The holographic chamber of the Galactic Council flickered with nervous energy as Ambassador Jasmine Chen stood before the assembled representatives of 47 species. Her dark eyes scanned the room, noting the subtle tells of fear, the Zolthari's chromatic skin shifting to pale amber, the Vrek delegate's mandibles clicking rapidly, the usually stoic Kron maintaining an uncharacteristic silence. Honored Council, Jasmine began, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. Earth has received your request. High Counselor Vex, a being of crystalline beauty whose species had ruled the galactic core for 10,000 years, leaned forward. His voice carried the weight of desperation. Ambassador Chen, please, we are not making a request. We are begging. Jasmine raised an eyebrow. In her 3 years as Earth's representative, she had never heard such words from the Council. They had dismissed humanity as primitive newcomers, barely worth a footnote in galactic history. Now, they were begging. The Viridian swarm has breached the outer rim, Dexter continued, his crystalline form dimming with each word. 17 systems have gone dark. The Kron Armadan defeated for 3 millennia was destroyed in 42 minutes. The swarm is spreading, and nothing we possess can stop it. Commander Kevin Rodriguez, Earth's military attached, stood beside Jasmine, his weathered face betraying no emotion. He had seen the preliminary reports. The Viridian swarm was unlike anything the galaxy had encountered, a hive-mind species that consumed entire worlds, adapting to every weapon, every strategy, every defense the Council threw at them. With respect, High Counselor, Kevin spoke, his voice carrying the distinct accent of someone who had grown up in the Mars colonies. You have hundreds of species, thousands of warships, technology millennia beyond ours. Why come to Earth? A murmur rippled through the council chamber. The Zolthari delegate, Ambassador Zixtara, spoke up, her voice trembling. Because, Commander, we have observed your species closely. Against the Klarn raiders, you deployed kinetic weapons we considered obsolete and used them with devastating creativity. When the Nether blockaded your colony on Proximus, you didn't negotiate, you sent a single ship that somehow disabled their entire fleet using modified mining equipment and sheer audacity. Humans are unpredictable, added the Vrek delegate, his insectoid features twitching. Illogical, dangerous. You wage war like it's an art form mixed with insanity. Jasmine couldn't help but smile slightly. You're asking us to fight because we're crazy. We're asking you to fight because you never stop, Vexler said, his voice breaking. Every species in this galaxy, when faced with extinction, calculates odds and accepts defeat. Humanity doesn't. You fought wars on your own planet for thousands of years, often for no logical reason. You sent missions into space on controlled explosions. You listened to music called heavy metal before going into battle. You are the only species that has a concept called hold my beer. Kevin exchanged a glance with Jasmine. She could see the calculation in his eyes, the same tactical mind that had earned him the youngest command position in the Sol Defense Force. What exactly are you asking for? Jasmine inquired. Stay out of this war, Dexter pleaded. The swarm is heading toward your sector. We've calculated they'll reach Earth's space within 6 months. We're evacuating every species in their path, relocating populations, abandoning centuries of civilization. We ask only that you do the same. Don't engage them, please. We've lost enough. The chamber fell silent. Jasmine could feel the weight of billions of lives in that moment. The council, ancient and proud, was essentially asking humanity to run away. Kevin stepped forward, his posture rigid with military bearing. High Counselor, if we evacuate, where do we go? You've already said the swarm is spreading. They'll consume the entire galaxy eventually. Perhaps Dexter admitted, but that will take time. Generations we can survive as refugees, as wanderers. It's better than extinction. Jasmine took a breath, her mind racing through centuries of human history. The last stands at Thermopylae, the Alamo, Stalin. Humanity's greatest moments hadn't come from running away. We need to consult with Earth, she said finally. Give us 48 hours. The council agreed, though their relief was palpable. They had expected humanity to charge headlong into destruction, as was their reputation. 40-8 hours later, Jasmine and Kevin returned to the council chamber. The assembled delegates waited with bated breath, or whatever equivalent their biology provided. The people of Earth have considered your request, Jasmine announced, her voice clear and strong. We appreciate your concern for our species. Vexver's crystalline form seemed to brighten with hope. Then you'll evacuate, Jasmine smiled, the kind of smile that had once made an entire pirate fleet surrender without firing a shot. Not exactly. Earth's response is simple. We'll handle it. The chamber erupted in chaos, delegates shouting, translators struggling to keep up. The very air seeming to vibrate with panic. Kevin activated a holographic display, showing Earth's battle plan. We've analyzed the swarm's patterns. They adapt to energy weapons, kinetic weapons, biological weapons, but they've never faced humans who treat war like jazz improvisation with a lethal edge. This is suicide, Zixthara cried. Maybe, Jasmine acknowledged. But here's what you don't understand about humanity. We have a saying, if you want peace, prepare for war. Well, we've been preparing for war since we climbed down from the trees, and we're really, really good at it. Kevin continued, We're not asking for your help. We're not even asking for your permission. We're telling you, stay out of our way. Earth is going to war, and the Viridian swarm is about to learn why the galaxy was right to be afraid of us. Dexter stared at them, his ancient eyes reflecting something humanity had never seen from the council before, not fear, but something stranger. Hope. You're insane, he whispered. Jasmine nodded. Yes, but we're also human, and that's going to make all the difference. As they left the council chamber, Kevin leaned toward Jasmine. Think we can actually pull this off? She grinned. Does it matter? We're committed now. Humanity F*******, yeah, Kevin muttered. And Jasmine couldn't help but laugh. Behind them, the Galactic Council watched the humans leave, and for the first time in millennia, they wondered if perhaps the primitive species from Cell 3 might just save them all or doom the galaxy. Trying. Either way, it was going to be one hell of a show. The end.